قالوا هذا الذي رزقنا من قبل وأتوا به متشابها ولهم فيها أزواج مطهرة وهم فيها خالدون. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, give the good news, the glad tidings to those who have the right faith and follow it by the righteous actions, that they will be rewarded paradises, Jannahs, not one Jannah actually, Jannahs. And this is actually the situation for a lot of those who have high ranks in paradise, that it's not only one thing that they will be given and one place, but they will be given abundant and many. تجري من تحتها الأنهار, that those paradises, they have rivers flowing underneath them. Whenever they are given some kind of provision in it, whether it is a fruit or any other provision, they would say, we've seen this before, or we've had this before. Yani, you have oranges here, you'll have oranges there, for example, okay? But it's just the name which is the same. Only the name, you see? So they'll be told, here is the orange, take it. And they'll look at it, it's totally different, you know? And the taste is different, the size is different, everything, the smell is different, everything is different. As Abdullah ibn Abbas, the great companion, the cousin of the Prophet ﷺ, said, nothing which is in paradise resembles what's in this life except by name. Just the name, you see. أتوا به متشابها, يعني they will be brought things which only have the same names that they have in this life. وَلَهُمْ فِيهَا أَزْوَاجٌ مُطَهَّرَةٌ, and they will have wives, plural here, wives. Now the wives, your wife in this life will be with you in the hereafter, as long as you did not divorce her. She will be with you in the hereafter. And you will have wives also who are created for paradise, and they are there now, which are called Hurul Ain. Okay. Your wife will be more beautiful than them. Okay. No matter how she was in this life, but in there, she will be more beautiful than those Hurul Ain. Okay. وَهُمْ فِيهَا خَالِدُونَ, and this is the best, that they will be dwelling in there forever. Dwelling in there forever. That's it. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will, upon meeting them, meeting the faithful in paradise, He will tell them, shouldn't I bestow the greatest favor upon you? They would say, oh my Lord, you have bestowed so much on us. What is left? He said, I become pleased with you so that I never show any anger towards you. You see? And that's the greatest pleasure that the faithful will find in the hereafter, plus the pleasure of seeing Allah every week, as narrated in the two hadith. The provision here and the fruit, Suddi, one of the great mufassirs, said, narrating about Ibn Mas'ud radiallahu anhu and some other companions, that when they see the fruit, they would say, we had this before in our life. And when they are told this is such and such food, they say, oh, we had this before. No. Also, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has described the wives in paradise to be purified. And Ibn Abbas radiallahu anhuma said, purified from any dirt. For example, in this life, she had the blood of menstruation or period, and maybe other things before pregnancy, after birth, things like that. Also, the urine and all that. She will not have any of this on the Day of Judgment. She will be purified not only by her soul, but physically. No sweat except musk, the beautiful perfume that you will smell from her. And she will smell nothing from you except the best also. The people of paradise, they will not have what you call mucation, and spitting and mucation and urine and this and that. No. It will be a totally different system of body that you have. All you bring out is perfume and nice smells, and you see, nothing which disturbs the mind in the least way. Okay. Paradise is meant for everlasting happiness. That's it. No more suffering, no more pain, no more sorrow, no more anything like that. Also, she will not have any of the period itself or things like that, nothing of that. وَهُمْ فِيهَا خَالِدُونَ, and they are going to be dwelling there forever. This is the utmost happiness, to dwell in there forever. And it's not only dwelling in there forever, but dwelling in there forever with things to be revived. The Prophet ﷺ said, every week, every Friday, the believers will meet with Allah, and after the meeting, their beauty will increase because they were looking at Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So every week, you have a new look, you see. You have a more beautiful look than the week before, you see. And the same thing is with your wife who is waiting for you. She will have a new look, a more beautiful. So you will never get bored. It's always changing to the best. Always changing to the best. Okay. Now next verse, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, إِنَّ اللَّهَ لَا يَسْتَحِي أَن يَضْرِبَ مَثَلًا بَعُوضَةً فَمَا فَوْقَهَا فَأَمَّا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا فَيَعْلَمُونَ أَنَّهُ الْحَقُّ مِنْ رَبِّهِمْ. Before coming into this verse, all this reward of paradise and dwelling there forever and the wives and all that is for those who Allah described that they have the right faith followed by the righteous actions. You see. And you will find it always like this in Quran. First, the right faith, then the righteous actions. Okay. Faith always precedes, as we mentioned today in the khutbah. You see, faith is a precondition for your actions. You see, whatever you do before having the right faith will not be counted on the Day of Judgment. You will be rewarded for it fully here in this life, because Allah is most just. He will reward you with health, with money, with whatever things. Okay. In this life. Because you did not have the faith which qualifies you to be rewarded in the hereafter. You see. And also, from this, we see that faith without righteous actions is not faith. It's an illusion. You see. It's either a false faith or it's an illusion. Because all through Quran, all throughout the verses, faith, actions, faith, actions, faith, actions, faith, actions, faith, actions. Not a single place you find something else, you see. And that's why the Prophet ﷺ said, ألا إن في الجسد مضغة إذا صلحت صلح الجسد كله وإذا فسدت فسد الجسد كله ألا وهي القلب. There is a piece, the Prophet ﷺ says, there is a piece, a part in the body that if it is healthy, then the rest of the body will be healthy as well. And if it is not healthy, then the rest of the body will not be healthy as well. And that is the heart. Of course, the heart here means what the heart contains, the right faith. It doesn't mean the bloods and the veins and all that. Okay. So what it means here is what's in your heart of faith. If it is the good faith, the right faith, then it's a requirement that it results in good actions. You see, it doesn't mean that you'll be perfect or that you will not be sinning, but it means that you must have some kind of actions. Even if you have the least faith, you should have the least amount of actions. And those who do not put emphasis to the actions, unfortunately, we have a lot of them nowadays. They are deviants, they are innovators. And we studied this in Lum'atul I'tiqad here, and they are called the Murji'a, if you remember. The Murji'a are those who say actions lag faith, can lag faith, meaning faith can be without actions. Okay. And they say faith is not a necessary, actions of the limbs are not a necessary part of faith itself. You see? And some of them, who are even more extreme of Murji'a, say even actions of the heart are not a necessary part of faith. You don't have to love Allah to be faithful. You don't have to fear Allah to be faithful. You don't have to trust Allah to be faithful. And this is total deviance. This is total deviance, you see. And those who say no, it's necessary to have the actions of the heart, but not necessary to have the actions of the limbs, they are contradictory, as Ibn Taymiyyah said. Because if you say the actions of the heart are necessary, then those actions of the heart must result in actions of the limbs. So if you say they are necessary, but the actions of the limbs are not, you are contradicting yourself. You see? Because this must result in that. You see? And if you say, well, I can be faithful in my heart, but I don't have to do anything to show that, you are contradicting yourself. You see? Unfortunately, we have deviants nowadays who claim that anyone who says La ilaha illallah by tongue, then he is saved from hellfire. Even if he commits great shirk by supplicating to other than Allah, supplicating to the dead, or going around their graves, or seeking the blessings and all that, even if he says Sharia is not necessary to apply in this life, even if he says, curses the messenger, or says bad things about Allah, they say as long as he says La ilaha illallah, then he's safe. Anyone who says that is not a Muslim. Yes, brother.
All right. From what I'm getting is, all right, the one where they say you can be faithful without having it in your heart, that's like saying that I'm doing this because I'm so afraid of Allah. If I don't do this, He's going to kill me.
That's one way to say it.
And then the other one,
Yeah.
where you have so much faith, you're going to let Allah do everything for you. That's like saying, why do I have to do anything? I have this fool over here who's going to give me everything I want anyway.
That's
And then the third condition, what I'm getting is, all right, you're saying it, you're saying the words, but you're not showing the action. That's like saying, I was a fool for believing anything out of your mouth. I don't get it.
Yeah, it's a big contradiction. It's very clear, you see. But those people think that it's
so
that
you're afraid of Allah, or they think I was a fool.
That's exactly the case. Even though they don't dare to say it by tongue, but their situation is saying it. You see, what they're doing, it's like saying that. You see, that's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told the idol worshippers, He said, ذَلِكُمْ ظَنُّكُمْ بِرَبِّكُمْ الَّذِي أَرْدَاكُمْ. Since you are considering those idols to be as means between you and Allah and making them as gods, that's because of your insult and bad vision about Allah in your hearts.
Or a false pride making them think they're smarter than Allah.
That's exactly what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the Quran about those people. He said it's because of your evil vision of Allah in your hearts. You see. No one would supplicate to other than Allah when he knows that Allah is the only one who is all able to do anything, and He is all hearing and He is all merciful. Why go and supplicate to someone else? You see. And someone who is dead in the grave and you are supplicating to him, he is in need of you, not you are in need of him. Okay. You see. So this is the point. The next verse where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Allah is not shy to give an example, whether this example is something as small as a mosquito or something which is higher of value than a mosquito or bigger than the mosquito. Shyness is a beautiful quality. That's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is shy. The Prophet ﷺ says, Allah is shy and He is generous. Shyness in Arabic means a quality which prevents you from evil. A quality which makes you run away from evil. Okay? This is shyness. Shyness does not mean a quality which makes you do bad things. This is not shyness. This is the opposite of shyness. Even though people call it shyness, but it's not shyness. Okay? Shyness is what makes you ward off evil, what makes you stay away from evil. That's shyness. So that's why the Prophet ﷺ said, إِنَّ اللَّهَ حَيِيٌّ كَرِيمٌ. Allah is most shy, He is most generous. And He said, it's because of Allah's shyness and generosity and mercy that if His slave raises his hand to Him, oh Allah, please give me this or that, Allah will not turn His hands down. You see? And also, Allah will respond to him. He will give him, whether give him that thing directly or give him something else as a substitute if this is not good for him. Allah knows what's good for him or not. But since Allah is shy, we don't derive a name from it. This is here an action. We don't derive names from actions for Allah. We just say Allah shies. Okay? This is a verb or this is an action. But we don't say Allah is the shyer or something like this, you know. We don't derive names from any verb regarding Allah himself. It's only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who has the right to name himself, or it's only the messenger after Allah who can name Allah. Just like here in this hadith, Allah is the most generous and things like this. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, regarding those who have faith, they know that what Allah says is the truth from their Lord. And those who are unfaithful, they would say, what did Allah mean by this? Yani they don't want to follow it, so they act as if they didn't understand, you see. Quran was revealed in the Arabic language that the people were speaking at that time. And yet, when they hear this clear talk, some of them would say, what did Muhammad say? You know, it's Arabic, it's not Chinese. And it's the same language they were speaking, you see. And they would say, what did he say? What did he say? They heard it, okay? But that hearing was not beneficial to them. That's why Allah called them deaf. Not because they were physically deaf. No, but they were deaf from understanding what they heard. You see? So they didn't benefit from what they heard, so they were as those who were deaf and never heard anything. Okay? Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, يُضِلُّ بِهِ كَثِيرًا وَيَهْدِي بِهِ كَثِيرًا. Yani Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when He sends down the guidance and the truth, that same thing, which is the guidance and the truth, Allah guides a lot of people with it, makes them benefit from it, and misguides a lot of people with it. Okay? It's up to His wisdom. Okay? So, the same talk which this person believes in the right way and act upon it in the right way, the other person believes in it in the wrong way and act upon it in the wrong way. You see? This is the point. وَمَا يُضِلُّ بِهِ إِلَّا الْفَاسِقِ. And those who are misguided are the wicked ones. They are the evil ones. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when He guides someone, He knew since ever that his heart is a place to put guidance in, to install guidance in. Because Allah knew things in detail since ever. And when He misguides someone, that's because He knew since ever that his heart is not the proper place for installing guidance in it. Okay. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said about Pharaoh, وَأَضَلَّهُ اللَّهُ عَلَى عِلْمٍ. Allah misguided Pharaoh according to his knowledge, Allah's knowledge, that his heart is not the place to put guidance in, you see. And Pharaoh was not forced to have the misguidance. But Pharaoh was not supported by Allah to accept the guidance. There is a difference between this and this, you see. Allah never forces anyone. Allah gave us the choice, everyone. That's why it says in Quran, مَنْ شَاءَ فَلْيُؤْمِنْ وَمَنْ شَاءَ فَلْيَكْفُرْ. He whom He wills, or he who wills guidance, let him accept guidance. And he who wills misguidance, let him accept His guidance. It will be a mockery if we don't have a will, and Allah tells us, if you will, accept, and if you don't will, don't accept. Right? So Allah has created us in the best form, and He has given us the will. Everyone has the will. And not only the will, the means, the brains, the thinking, to distinguish. Same thing, you have the distinction, you have the distinction. Okay. You used it properly, you did not use it properly. You see? You have a will, he has a will, everyone has a will. So this is the point. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala describes further those unfaithful. He says, الَّذِينَ يَنْقُضُونَ عَهْدَ اللَّهِ مِنْ بَعْدِ مِيثَاقِهِ وَيَقْطَعُونَ مَا أَمَرَ اللَّهُ بِهِ أَنْ يُوصَلَ وَيُفْسِدُونَ فِي الْأَرْضِ أُولَٰئِكَ هُمُ الْخَاسِرُونَ. That those non-faithful, they break the oath between them and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They break the oath. What is this oath? First, this oath has an origin before creating all humans. When Adam alayhi salam was not alive, when he was only a body laying down, before installing his soul in him, before installing the soul in him, when he was laying down as a body, okay, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala rubbed over his back. And all the humans, the descendants of Adam, were collected in Allah's palm in a very microscopic or small creation, okay? And Allah told them, Alastu bi Rabbikum? Am I not your Lord? They said, Bala. Yes, indeed. Okay. This is the first oath. And this is 40 years before installing the soul in Adam alayhi salam. Okay. This was 40 years before installing the soul in Adam alayhi salam. Allah rubbed over his back and took all his descendants in his palm, and he told them, Am I not your Lord? They said, yes, indeed. Okay. But this oath itself is not enough. That's why Allah sent messengers and sent prophets and sent books to remind the people. To remind the people. That's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَمَا كُنَّا مُعَذِّبِينَ حَتَّى نَبْعَثَ رَسُولًا. We will not be punishing any group of people without sending a messenger to them. Meaning that this first oath